guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be unboxing my brand new iPad. I'm very excited about this product. I do already have an iPad. I have an iPad mini, which is this one here in pink. I do have the pencil. iPad mini's been perfect the whole time. I normally use it to read, but it's a lot smaller, which has never been a problem. I didn't want a big iPad, but I noticed while editing my previous video that I've only got 64 storage on here, and that just won't do. I had to delete almost every single app on it just to be able to import my video from iMovies to then be able to edit properly and upload it onto YouTube. So if I'm going to continue doing this, I need to have the products to be able to facilitate it correctly and more smoothly. So I have brought myself a brand new iPad, and I thought that my second video could be us unboxing it together. So we're going to go jump to past me on my way to go and collect the iPad, and I thought it would be fun for you to come with me while I walked and went to collect the iPad from the Royal Mail Click and Collect. So yeah, and then before you know it, you'll be back and I'll be unboxing it. Today is an exciting video. I am picking up my new iPad. I am so excited. I didn't need the iPad, but did I want the iPad? Yes, I do. I do already have an iPad. I have a pink iPad mini. I've had it for 2 years now, but I didn't notice until literally like this week, editing my very first vlog, that I've only got 64 gig. And I can't remember the last time Apple even sold an item that only let you have 64 gig of storage. So that's just not gonna do. I had to delete so many apps on my iPad just to be able to export my last video. So I can't keep living like that. So I've just bought myself a new iPad. I've got myself the iPad Air in black, and I am so excited, and I'm gonna bring you with me while I pick up the iPad. It's a bit of a walk away because I did a click and collect, only because when it comes to iPads and the technology, if it's my house, I feel a bit better if I'm there, especially with the Ring doorbell. But with Brandon's house, where he lives on the top floor, like for example, I had an Amazon parcel come this morning and they knocked at 8 AM, like a disrespect thing of like having a parcel delivered there. So especially at 8 AM this morning. So I just had, and I knew I was at Brandon's this week, so I just decided to do it click and collect. So I am walking there now. It's a bit strange because it's a post office delivery, Royal Mail. But instead of going to the post office, it's gone to like a drop-off click and collect, which is like a corner shop. So very frustrating. It's about a 22-minute walk there, once sorting it out, and then a 22-minute walk back. The walk doesn't bother me. I love walking. It's more of the fact that I've only got an hour's lunch, so we'll make it work. We'll make it work to pick it up. So I'm actually filming this on Wednesday, this click and collect section of the video, but I'm not going to film it probably until Saturday. So just thought I would explain that to you. So you like, I'm currently dressed for paddle, so that's probably why like I look so much different to then actually when I sit down and do the unboxing. This is going to be a really big test on myself. Sorry, I'm just crossing the road. About self-control. So I am an Apple geek. Like anything Apple, I'm obsessed with it. So for me to pick this iPad up and not want to open it straight away is going to be a test of my self-control and patience, because I don't want to open it Brandon's, because like I said, I want to film myself open it for you guys, and also Brandon doesn't know I bought a new iPad. So and obviously we're hoping to get a house at the end of the year. We're also going to Florida, which is very expensive, And obviously now we're trying to put money away for a wedding, so I had to rock up with a brand new iPad. I don't know, I'm not ready to tell him. We don't keep secrets, he will know because I'm not going to hide it, but I'll tell him when it's too late. So the goods are secured. I picked up the iPad. I always get quite iffy when I order off of Very for click and collect, because I had this incident once where they wouldn't let me take the parcel because they said that my name wasn't on the parcel. But I was having an argument because I was like, but you have the parcel in your hand, how do you know that was mine if my name's not on it? I have my ID, that's my parcel. And then so I left, and then Brandon was in the car. I went, they won't let me pick it up. And he was like, what? I went, they won't let me pick it up. He went, no, let's go in there. So he came in with me, was arguing again. We're not arguing, it was more of like, you're literally not letting me have this parcel. Like, let me see, what do you mean? So he showed it to me. And I went, my name is right there. Amy Stenner, the address of the collection place, matches my ID. You're not letting me have this, why? So I get a bit iffy when I order off Very for click and collect, but when it came to the iPad, I ordered next day delivery. I paid for next day delivery, but sometimes next day delivery is never next day delivery. So I didn't want it to go to Brandon's in case obviously tomorrow, and obviously I'm then not there tomorrow and someone misses the call, because you need to have someone sign for it. So I just risked it for a chocolate biscuit, and then just thought, like, if I can't get it today, I'll just get it tomorrow. So I do get a bit scared, and especially knowing that it's an iPad, and if they were like, weren't gonna let me collect this, I think it's just a bit more of like traumatic experience from the past that, but it's all good, I've got it. When she was like, just one parcel, I was like, yeah, just one. So she's picked it, obviously got it out of the bag, and she's then just thrown it on the counter to then obviously scan it. And you know, I just like literally watched her throw it on this counter, and I'm like, you did not just throw my iPad. I hate when they wrap it up the way they wrap it up. I'll show you. Literally just wrapped it in this, and there is a hole. So if I try and hide the iPad, my dress, oh, my dress isn't even on it, but you see the hole there, right there. But no, I can't wait to unbox this with you guys on Saturday. I'm really excited. It's literally going to be like the will of power to not open it. I just stopped off to my friend's house to pick up something that she had for us from her work, only because I was walking by and she's had it for such a long time that I don't know when I'm actually going to be able to have the opportunity to do it. So I just messaged to see if she was home, and she was, but I messaged her at like 1:32, and now it's 1:59, and I start work in 1 minute. So got just walk this 5 minutes really quickly, but yeah. So now it's been 3 days, and as you can see, the iPad is still unopened and still in the outer packaging. So I have been very, very patient. I did tell my fiance yesterday that I bought an iPad, only because my first video uploaded on YouTube, and I told him, and he was very excited to watch me on my new video. He was like, what's your second video gonna be? And I was like, oh, an unboxing video. And he was like, of what? A brand new iPad. So yes, he does know that I now have an iPad. So let's open this up. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to unbox the iPad, set it up together, and then I've also got a couple of accessories, but nothing major. So I have a case and screen protectors, and I do have stickers that were supposed to go on here, but because it was pink, and I was just like, I don't want to ruin it. This is black, so I'm looking forward to finally stick my bookish stickers on my iPad, and I'm really struggling to open this out of packaging. So bear with. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I said it in the clips of me going to get the iPad. I am a sucker for Apple product. Anything Apple, my hands are all over it. I want a brand new phone, but it comes out in September, so there's no point. And I'm going to Florida in September, and I kind of wanted it for Florida, but there's no point because I'm not going to get an iPhone when a new one's going to come out. But I don't need an iPhone because mine's perfectly fine. Anyway, okay, let's open. As you can see, I've got the grey black iPad. It is the iPad Air 11-inch M3 with Wi-Fi. It's 128 gig. Well, I say gig because it's GB, but it's storage, 28 storage. That's the iPad that I've got. So let's do my favourite part. Then let's open it together. I'm gonna see. Oh, I do love a brand new. Oh, why is it not coming out? Okay, is it covered on the back? I have a really big thing about fingerprints, so it's covered on the back. Look! Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna put before I do anything, and I do have OCD, I think I mentioned it in my previous vlog. One of the big things is like I like to keep things the way that I got them. So before I peel everything off, I will be putting this straight on and the case straight on it. For example, my iPhone, I've never touched the screen. I've had my iPhone for 2 years, almost 3 years, actually. We're 3 years in November. And I've never touched the screen. It's had the same screen protector on it, and I've never peeled it off. Just because, I don't know, as soon as you touch it, the fingerprints will just always be there, and as much as you wipe them off, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just put the case and a screen protector on it now. So let's open the case. It's just a normal plain old black case, nothing special. Yeah, so it's just a plain old black case, like nothing special. I'm not very, what's the word? I'm very like, my favourite colour is black, but my favourite colours are black, white and pink. Just got to throw a bit of pop in there. So I don't like patterned things anyway, so this will be perfect for me. So let's just stick that straight in the case, just so that we can actually touch the iPad. You're probably thinking, oh, like this is so awkward, like just touch it. I would. I can't. Last corner just won't go in. Here we go. And she's in! Screen protector time. So you probably watch a lot of unboxing videos where it's all like, they set it up and then they decorate it. Well, sorry. I'm a whole new different. This is for an iPad Air 11-inch M2. Well, I'm sure when I ordered it, it said M3. Is there only one way to find out? The only difference I think is just because the camera is actually like up here. It's not portrait. So if the camera on here isn't, yeah, So look, it's got the camera's landscape there. So that's perfecto. Panic then. I was gonna have to go order some more and couldn't do my vlog. So there shouldn't be anything on here, but I have had a shower this morning and I have blow dried my hair. So there's probably dust settling. Okie dokie. So I'm not gonna wipe it down, I'm just gonna dust it because it shouldn't need a wipe. Last time I did the screen protector on my iPad, because they always send you two, which is really handy. I messed up and then had to immediately use the second one, which is annoying because then it's like, it's almost nice to know like in a couple of months or a year's time you have a spare screen protector. But that wasn't the case with my iPad. But lucky enough, I've had it for I've had it exactly 2 years, I want to say, next month. And the first screen protector was fine. You don't use them like your phone, so look, see, there's a hair on the sticker already. I'm just trying to get, oh, that's the microphone. We're good. So I always peel it upside down like this so that the dust doesn't stick to it, if you know what I mean. And what's always really good is that because the case is on, it helps line it all up. I know you didn't see any of that, I'm so sorry. So I've just put it on. So now I'm gonna use this little like thing to get rid of the bubbles. And I'm never like mad about the bubbles, because sometimes they do need like 24 hours to settle down anyway. So just sort of like push them to the edges. Like that. That one's gone. It does take a lot of patience, but it's either this or have a smashed iPad. So I do have one really big one right here, and then up here. This one I can get rid of, the middle one, but this one here needs to settle, which is pretty annoying. I might even have to open it up a bit and get that bit out. And then this is where I break the screen protector. So actually I've just lifted it up and just got rid of that bit of dust particle that was there. And then that middle one is really quite far away from this, so I can't get it. So that one will just be one that will settle. But but like I said, it's about patience. So like, it is moving, but it takes its time. So it's now like, you can't see it, it's like now here, tiny. But every time I'm now pushing it in, it just, aha, yay! I just lifted it up and got the air out. But every time I pushed it down, it would just disappear, but then come back again. Okay, so now that the iPad is finally covered, I can touch it. I know what you're thinking, she's so weird. I'm sorry. So we now have my new iPad. and obviously we'll show it compared to my iPad mini, like, so it's a little bit bigger. And I've got a clear back, so my stickers will go on there, and that will be really, really nice. And it's got room for my pencil, because I do have my Apple Pencil here with mini. So let's set it up. Okay, shall we turn this on? Let's peel that off actually. Oh, she's staying landscape. We'll let her stay landscape. Hello. Oh, I'm so excited. So let's see if I can sit somewhere. Okay. So we're going to want English, United Kingdom, because that's where I live. What I'm going to do is we're going to set this up together, and then when she's doing the update, I'll show you what's in the box. So because it's an iPad, I do like the chunky feel, but default it's a little bit smaller. What do I have on this iPad? I think I have it default actually on here. So I might just do, I can always change it. So let's just do default. Quick start, looking for a nearby device, bring your current. So I feel like I want to set this up as its own device, obviously still linked to my my Apple ID, but as its own, like not synced. So I might just like set up without a device. I'm filming on my phone and I'm just sat here looking for my phone. I even pinged it. Oh, it's because I need the Wi-Fi password, so I'll be back. Okay, all back and the Wi-Fi is in. It just has taken a few minutes to activate your iPad. So, oh, never mind, it's come back. So just press continue for data and privacy. Set up iPad. So set up for myself, setting up for a child in my family. So I'm setting up the iPad for myself. Touch ID. Yep. Continue. So let's do this. So place my finger on it. Just get that done. Capture all of your fingerprint. Keep going. Capture the edge of your print. Done. And I like to add 2 fingerprints, because if you're holding it, and because the camera is here, so this is my main fingerprints, obviously, no matter how I hold it up like this, but then you might be holding it this way. I'm not gonna like, so I'll always add this finger as well. So I'm just going to add this finger. Done. So create a password. Give me one moment. That's creating. So transfer your apps and data, get your existing apps and information like photos, notes and reminders onto your new device. So I don't want anything on this device from my iPhone, because I want this solely for like my editing, and because I do art as well, that's why I got the pencil. I do have the Procreate app. I think this will be a good actually to have it on here, because it's going to be bigger as well. So I might just don't transfer anything, and just add my Apple ID. So I'm going to do that now. The only issue is that now, because it won't transfer anything, my iPad automatically connects to Wi-Fi. So whenever I go to my friend's house or my aunt's, or when I go to work, my iPad automatically connects to the Wi-Fi because my phone is connected to the Wi-Fi. But because this one won't, it won't connect to the Wi-Fi, so I'm going to have to, you know, get the details. I don't know if that filmed, but basically the code popped up. But obviously the terms and conditions, so I agreed to that, and obviously it's like, hello, Amy Senna. It's just, I love new things. I love new Apple products. Like, I did have a MacBook, but I had it for about 2 years, and I just wasn't using it as much as I had planned to use it, because where I was working at the time, I needed it for training, which I did use it for training. I used it a lot. And then I got a new job, and I was using it for remote working from home. But then they decided to give us all, because you'd remotely connect to our desktops. But then they gave us laptops. They gave us all laptops where you then just plug into the desktop at work, and then you can also take with you. The computer I was then working from home with was my work laptop. And I was just thinking, like, it's just, they're so expensive, and as much as I love it, and it's not like I was on it, like I would say, I'd go through periods, and then sometimes I just wouldn't go on it for months, and then I'm like, it's too expensive to be a paperweight or to collect dust, so I sold it. But now that I was doing all of this, I did sit here and think I really wish that I'd kept it just a little bit longer. I think I sold it a year ago. Like, if I just kept it another year, then I wouldn't have needed to get another iPad. I could have just kept my mini. I'm still keeping my mini. And would have just used my MacBook to make the edits. But life happens, you make choices for a reason. I got money for it. I sold it on the back market. So it's not like a total loss out, if you know what I mean. So make this my new iPad. Here's everything set up as you had it on your other iPad. So apps, and so don't transfer anything, like I said. Settings, wallet. I'll just press continue. So iPad analysis, I don't mind, I'll share it with Apple. And app developers. Apple Intelligence, this is what I'm really excited about. I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max, so I don't have the Apple Intelligence. I bought my fiance a iPad for Christmas, and he's got the iPad Intelligence. And he's also just got the brand new, oh, it's not brand new, it's a year old now, but he only bought it a couple of months ago, the iPhone 16, because his phone, he had the iPhone 14 Plus, so the bigger one, but not the Pro Max, and it just died. Like, it just went black and didn't come on, which was really annoying, because it wasn't old. He got it at the same time I got my phone, so he's now got the iPhone 16. And he's got the Apple Intelligence as well. And obviously, like I said, I love all things Apple. So I was just excited to actually have a device that has the Apple Intelligence. And what better than having it on where I'm going to be doing a lot of my creational thoughts. So yeah, that's on here. I'm really excited about that. So it's an Apple Intelligence, time for to experience the new personal intelligence systems, writing and summarization, the start of a new era for Siri, and built for privacy. And the reason I like this so much is because I am dyslexic. And I use ChatGPT a lot at work. I like do my emails, and I'm like, does this make sense? And ChatGPT always comes back and goes, you did really well, but here's a few grammar or like spelling or different, like, and I'm like, oh, thank you. So this is really exciting. So I've accepted that. And it's just loading. Siri. Basically, I'm going to set this up later, because I know if I'm going to start going, it's going to set off my iPhone. So set up in settings later. And then welcome to iPad. Get started. Ta-da! Allow your wallet to use your location. Allow while using that, I don't care. Okay, so I've got my new iPad. So before we continue on to this, let's show you what's in the box. So it's always same old. You know, you get your little, like, designed by Apple, made designed by Apple in California. And you just get the average bits and bobs. I don't think you get stickers anymore. I don't think I got them in my... So iPad Air, they've given me so many of them. Are you supposed to? iPad Air, welcome to the iPad Air. iPad, oh, so they're in different languages. I'm like, you've given me so many of the same thing. Okay. And no, you don't get stickers anymore. Not like I did anything with the stickers. And then you just get your average old wire, and they're USB-C on both ends, which I'll show you. So like the USB-C on both ends there. You don't get a plug. Not anymore anyway. I remember the days. I remember when I got my first iPhone. When did iPhones come out? Alexa, when did the iPhone first get released in the UK?
The Apple iPhone was first released on the 29th of June 2007.
2007. So 2007, I was obviously born in 2000, so I was 7. So when I hit high school in 2011 going into 12, I wanted an iPhone. I wanted an iPhone. My mum had an iPhone. She had like the iPhone 3G, but she got it off of a friend who got a different phone, so she didn't spend the money on it. My mum's got really nice friends. And I loved it. I wanted it. Mum bought us a BlackBerry. Do you remember the Blackberries? Because my twin sister wanted a BlackBerry. And I wasn't ungrateful. I was like, oh, like we're getting a phone. Like, how lovely is this? This is not going in. And I just remember there one being like, oh, and I do remember sitting in the back of the car one day being like, I didn't even want this. I wanted the iPhone. You know, and then you sound really ungrateful. And then after that 2-year contract ran out, we got the iPhone, and my very first iPhone was the 4G. So it wasn't the curved one like the 3G one was. It was still square, but like the curved squares. That was my very first iPhone, and I look at it now and think this phone was tiny. Like now you look at the phones and they're huge. So I've had an iPhone since I was 13, I want to say. Since I was 13, I've had an iPhone. I'm 25 now, so time moves on. Right, so that's what's in the box. I'm still trying and failing to put this back in. I do keep all of my boxes. I know. Really sad. I do keep all of my boxes. We want to part ways with devices and that, and I sell them. I sell them in their original boxes, and I think that's really smart. You get more money for it. So even though I've had iPhones since I was 13, I've only had 5 in those. So I do try and take really good care of them. Anyway, back to the iPad. That's why we're here. So now that I've showed you what's in the box, the iPad is set up and all ready to go. So because my Apple ID is connected to this, I should be able to download the apps I already have. So iMovies is obviously already on here. Okay, so I've now downloaded all the apps I probably need, which is I've downloaded Procreate because obviously that's my art app. YouTube Studios, and YouTube Music, and Pinterest. So iMovies is already on here, and I do need to download stay up to date with Canva. So this is also a good insight of what I used to edit my last video as well. Now that they're there, I'm now gonna just edit my home screen and put them into a little folder like that. And I hate like this the control centers when it like doesn't automatically have like battery save mode there, so I've edited that and I've now added it there so I can add my battery save mode. I know that a lot of people don't like battery save mode, but I actually think it's really useful. It does make my phone last a lot longer, and I now actually cannot live without my phone on battery save mode. So I don't know how people actually don't put their phone on that and survive the whole day. I'm now gonna go make this iPad mine. I have downloaded Pinterest because I do love Pinterest. Oh, I realised I put Pinterest in there by mistake, because Pinterest is where I get like my wallpapers. So like for my iPad here, for example, like all of my like bookish wallpapers are from Pinterest. So another dragon, lock, unlock, like just like it changes, and now it's unlocked. But yeah, I'm now gonna make this iPad mine. So I've just found out that this Apple Pencil doesn't actually connect to this iPad. So the only pencil that connects to the iPad is the Apple Pencil Pro, and this is just the Apple Pencil 2nd generation. So actually it's like one below. I'm actually really annoyed by it because I love Apple. Like I say, I'm a sucker for Apple, but like, why do they do stuff like this? Like, this pencil was not cheap. They're like £129. It came with my iPad, obviously for a little bit of extra. And I was literally like, oh, whenever it was like, oh, do you want it with the pencil? And I was like, no, I've got one. Like, why? And the only difference, there's no difference between this and the Pro. Like, it's like matte finish, flat surface. The only difference is that this says pencil with the Apple, whereas the Pro says Pro Pencil. So looks like this is staying with this, and I'm gonna need to look at buying maybe a cheap one for now for this until maybe after Florida I can then splash out and get the Pencil Pro, because I know I noticed the editing on here with the pencil made it so much easier, like where you make your cuts and like dragging, yeah. And also for my art as well. Never mind, anyway, that was a little update. I'm still editing it, I'm still making it mine, so I'll be back to show you what that looks like. So I have now done it. They're just like pictures, especially for mine and Brandon's engagement. He had a photographer that took photos of us after he proposed. So they're just like pictures like that, and I've just realised I always like it to change upon lock, and I don't think it's done there. So yes, it's hourly, whereas I want it to change upon lock. So I just done that. So I now lock, yeah, so it should change like that. And then every time it locks, it will hopefully be a different photo. And then it's just going to be a normal, like the screen at the back is like, oops, they're like bows, quite nice. So I was going for the black and white theme, be quite nice. I do change my wallpapers a lot, so they are never the same, but right now that's what I wanted, which I thought was quite sweet. For like just, oh, how sleek does that look? Oh, that's really nice. I'm now gonna stick stickers, so you can help me pick which stickers for the iPad. So these are my bookish stickers. I did have more, but I gave quite a few to my sister, which I think I gave her a lot of like the black themed ones, which is annoying, but because she's got a black iPad and I had pink, so I sort of like kept a lot of the pink ones, but never mind. So I'm just gonna sort of like filter through which ones I like. So I know that I love this one, like the Akatar book, so I feel like I'm gonna still stick that on my pink one because I'm still gonna use that book to read. But then like this one will have to go on my black, like, come on. So this one, it says "You will not die today," and that is a Throne of Glass quote. So what I'm gonna do, I'll show you. I'm just gonna like sort of like throw the stickers on the iPads and for which one I know that I'm gonna like. So this one is, I read past my bedtime, but I don't really like that one, so that can stay there. Another Day, Another Sleigh. So like, I'm just gonna filter through them. A lot of the Fourth Wing ones, oh, I love Fourth Wing. Like, look how cute that is. So I've sort of organised the stickers now. And yeah, I'm gonna like just place them now and decorate, make them look customised. This is where I am right now. Look, I'm feeling maybe like layering, so I like this. But then it's like, oh, this looks too overcrowded. But I don't want to layer them. I want them all to have their own, you know, appreciation. But what can I do? What can I do? So I've decided on this design. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing. So all done, the stickers are actually stuck on now, and that's what I've decided to go for. Yeah, I didn't want to overcrowd it too much. I did overlap these ones down here, but I think because they go really well together. But yeah, that's that all done now. But yes, no, I think that's it for this video. I'm very happy with the outcome of the stickers, and obviously just the iPad in general. But yeah, no, really looking forward to, I love a new thing. I will still be using my iPad mini, just as one that goes to work with me, so I can still read what I need to read, because I won't be able to read on this because that's just ridiculous. But I'm looking forward to edit this vlog on here. Like I said, I'm upset about the pencil, but it is what it is. I'll just get one off Amazon, like a cheap dupe one for now, and then after Florida I'll definitely be getting myself the Apple Pro. Like, as much as I love Apple, I feel like they're robbing me blind. But yeah, no, very, very happy, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. My next YouTube video will be Sweden, a mini vlog. Me and my fiance are going to Sweden for the day. That'll be fun and exciting. So please follow along for that one. And then after that will be Florida. So yeah, really happy. And thank you if you've watched this video all the way through, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you.